All right, guys, Lamborghini rebuild part 3. Let's start this one off with an apology, because obviously it's been about a year since I posted a video on the updates on this car. Unfortunately, it's just because it takes a lot of time and dedication to make these videos, and unfortunately when you have a fully operating business that caters to customers and you have people that need their cars fixed, you know, obviously those are going to be more important than your personal cars. So in today's video, we're going to just get right into it. Lots of updates. We should be able to start updating weekly, if not bi-weekly. So let's get into today's video, guys.
I don't even know what she said, cause she formed. It's formed. And she got it done. Like the way she formed. And she gon' perform it. Look the same in morning. She don't stop, keep going. I don't even know what she said, but this what I hear in my head.
Il n'est pas fou, il aime ses doux, il la voit partout, il attend debout, une rose à la main, non, quand plus rien ne le retient. Dans ses love stories, dans ses love
Alright guys, Luis is almost done preparing the new frame for our Huracan. This frame was actually on another Huracan that we chopped off of it, and we're just taking off the pieces that we no longer need because those pieces are going to be okay on our Huracan. And what we're going to do is undo the welds and have it to where we can just butt it up right against our current frames that are still on the back of the Huracan chassis. Alright, here we go. Moment of truth. Mocking up the new frame to the back of our Huracan. It's very challenging right now because we realize that the factory frame pieces that we tried to save are a little bit out of alignment. So it's not allowing us to just have a smooth transition on having this frame just butted up against each other. We're going to make some adjustments here, maybe some frame pulling, so that way we can get everything lined up. Alright, now for the hardest part of this rebuild, trying to see where every single bolt goes after 1 year of having this car on the back burner. Now, I'm matching the bolts up as best as I can. Luckily, there was a lot of bolts that were already painted to match the car, so I know that those are going to be the exterior panel bolts. Now we're going to install the factory braces. That way we can strengthen our new frame so we're not tweaking it as we're pulling the original frame wells that are on my Huracan that never lined up properly to the new frame. So as we're setting up for a pull on this frame, we need to go ahead and install all of the exterior body panels because we want to make sure that all of our gaps are perfect and matching each other, as well as making sure all of the body panels line up to the rest of the car. Because while we're pulling the frame and making sure the frame is lining up to the new frame, we want to make sure that Nothing else changes outside of that geometry. Guys, as you can see, we have all of the factory braces still retained, and like everything's tightened, torqued to spec, because as I was making adjustments to the frame, I didn't want to tweak the new frame. So I wanted to make sure all the bracing and the structural integrity was there as I was pulling the frame left or right, up and down. So we made sure none of that stuff was tweaked. Everything's spot on, zeroed out. I literally put a laser over the roof of the car, and I was able to see everything straight down the middle and like measure side to side. Everything was literally spot on. But yeah, now we're gonna weld, and then we're actually gonna make this like the most strongest Huracan. I got some things that we're doing to the frame to make it stronger, so stay tuned for that. We're about to show you.
Whoever cleaned this stuff did a good job.
Yeah.
You did, didn't you clean it?
Ooh.
I mean, I freshened it up, but.
Alright.
So I've got the inside, top and bottom on these two.
Yeah.
Got the top and bottom inside of that big one over there. And I've got I dipped my tungsten on the inside of that one, and I had to put a clamp on it to pull it in for a better joint. But to weld the top, I'll need to take off this bar.
Okay. Alright, go ahead and do this now.
No, let me get I welded as much as I can for right now, and then we'll pull it off so I can finish that. But I mean, I just gotta do that one and that one. The way it's coming together, and it has an insert on here, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it'll need the plates other than right here, just because that was major weld reconstruction. So that point right there is weak.
Alright, cool. I took, let me see if I could get a measuring tape real quick. Let me just double check everything, make sure our measurements didn't move. Yo, I got right here too, we gotta put some type of reinforcement in this joint right here. Remember Lamborghini left this as an open seam, they didn't re-weld it. So when the accident happened, it just, literally, it's just an open seam here. Let me show the viewers real quick. Alright, check this out, guys. So right here, originally was just a bunch of seam sealer, and once I took the seam sealer off, I found out that like on both ends that these were never even welded from Lamborghini. So basically, I'm gonna weld that up so this car is gonna be even stronger than before.
Pretty much like factory, man.
Yeah.
Last thing I gotta do is clean up that crack on this piece on the other side.
Yeah.
And we're good to go.
Alright guys, take a look at, these are our welds, right? Real nice and consistent. And this is Lamborghini's welds. Really thin bead, inconsistent. It looks like they almost did it with a MIG gun.
It's probably spool gun, yeah.
I'm sorry, spool gun. Yeah, I keep saying MIG for some reason. But can see they even leave a lot of joints not filled in. So on this car, we're gonna go back in here and fill all this up with extra filler rod and penetration and make this thing super strong. Sick car, man. Cool car. Alright, let me go ahead and try to start knocking up this. Quick update, guys. So we went ahead and welded all the joints that were basically undone when we replaced the frame. So basically, wherever Lamborghini originally welded this frame onto the car, we went in there, we professionally and precisely cleaned the welds off of it so we could separate the two pieces from each other, basically making it where we replace it at the seam. We just got all that welded back up, and right now what we're going to do is actually add in some reinforcements to make this frame even stronger. I'm really excited about it because this is going to be like a really unique car at this point. One of one color, super rigid frame. Like I said, I'm pretty stoked to see how this thing drives.
You taking the panels off?
Yeah, I'm taking the quarter panel back off so we can go ahead and do our reinforcements. Alright guys, so frame is finally welded up. Take a look at what we got going on real quick. Reinforcement plates, everything's welded up really nice and smoothly. All this stuff is perfectly squared and right back to factory specs. Like I told you guys earlier in the video, we actually had a friend let us use this Huracan, so I used my frame measuring tools to kind of read the dimensions and everything in the back area of the car. So this is literally right back to original, no compensations, nothing will be affected by the accident, literally. Now, the hardest part, honestly, is because I let the car sit for so long, is like remembering how everything went back together. But I really appreciate the V10 community because everybody's like sending me pictures and like of their cars with the engine out, so it kind of helps like tell me where all these wires over here go. So basically you can see like I kind of zip tied the loom up to the carbon tub, and later on we're gonna have to like puzzle everything back and then fish it through the frame, whatever. Today we're gonna put the front wheels on. I was gonna do a stud conversion. I might still do the stud conversion, or I actually have a center lock conversion for this car too. So I'm really like in between on this. Trying to figure out center lock conversion, that like the pros and cons, like they look better, but at the same time it has its cons. Stud conversion is just like real nice, simple, and they're stronger. So when you make a lot of power, like the rigid stock lugs on these cars will break. I could drop a video or a picture of like another car like that left off the line and it broke all 5 studs. Yeah, so today I'm gonna put the front wheels on, try to get the car in the paint booth so we can paint the rear frame. So we had all the panels on the car. We're gonna have to take everything right back off, paint the frame, and then put everything together. Today I'm actually not even gonna put the rear suspension on, just because I don't want to do this twice. As you can see, like I want to get the paint down in here and all these like crevices and things. Of course we're gonna put tape off the bolt area so we don't get paint on the threads. And yeah, let's get this going. So wheels going on right now. Put some like dollies on the back, maneuver the car around with the front wheels on it. So let's do this. Damn, these wheels look good on this car. Huh?
Come on, son. Come on, brother.
Chat, what's wrong with this strap, chat? What's wrong with this strap? For now, I just want to finish this car. In the next video, guys, we're gonna see a lot happen. It's gonna be mostly assembly, right? So we got the car down to 0, which was basically when I cut the car in half. Now from 0, we're building back up. So this is gonna be the first. This was the very first step of building the car back up. And after that, we're gonna start assembling maybe some wire harnesses, body panels, and things like that. The car is going to be twin turbo with a T1 built motor. We're going to get some tuning support from Tony at T1 Race Development. I have a full body kit for it. I don't want to give you guys too much information because, you know, I got to make other videos interesting too. So unfortunately, we're going to like reveal things as we go, as we make progress.